So Celeb Secrets is hanging out with Ruth and Ava from Sydney to the Max. Celeb Secrets is hanging out with Jackson and Christian today. You guys are on set for season 3. First off, I want to say, like, how excited are you guys to finally be back working on set with your castmates?
So excited. There was a pause for a little while, and so kind of coming back made it even more special that we get to do this and we get to create all this great stuff and great storylines. It makes it that much more impactful.
I agree. It's like our reward for making it through quarantine and through that long time period. We get to come back and do what we love and just have fun with the people we love and create amazing new stories.
It's definitely an adjustment because we're shooting a show in a pandemic. So there's definitely things that's different, like wearing masks while rehearsing and face shields.
But we're so happy to be back.
Yes, and we're getting through it.
Love it. So now you guys are filming season 3. It's crazy to think that the show is in its 3rd season. What can we really expect from these episodes? Because I know it's premiering in just a couple weeks.
I think that people can just expect to see lots of new ideas and values kind of talked about and tackled through a fun-loving way. I think there's a lot of great new storylines with character development and just to see different sides of relationships with friends or with family. I think there's a lot of great things to see.
There's some hilarious episodes. Well, all of them have their hilarious moments, but there's some particularly funny ones and some particularly more sad ones and touchy and sensitive and important ones. There's literally every type of episode this season, and I think everything just goes further into detail and into the story, and you learn more about everybody and their relationships and their situation in life, and I think it's going to be a really amazing season.
This season we're touching on a lot of important topics.
Yes.
We're touching on a lot of things that are current and that are going on in the world right now.
Relevant.
And I can't wait for everybody to see. So it's going to be very exciting. I know in one of the episodes, Leo's cousin Alicia comes back. So that's very exciting. She comes back and we'll see that dynamic between them. And also Leo trying to balance his relationship with his cousin and his best friend.
Yes, and there's a lot of young Max trying to, navigate having a crush and, still making time for his best friend.
Because, he always got a crush. He always got to have a crush with everybody, especially the people I know.
What are we going to see with this relationship between young Max and Alicia? Is there anything that you could tease?
I just can't wait for viewers to see, kind of why they get married in the future.
Yeah.
And to see that young love and the first initial spark before, they get married, and then Sydney comes into the world.
Yeah. And actually Leo has a crush too. Which is crazy because Leo, this is Leo's first crush. So that's exciting too. And like with young Max and Alicia and Leo and Danielle, it's really fun because, everybody remembers that moment when they had their first crush and they were nervous to tell them that they liked them.
Yeah.
So yeah, it's relatable, it's fun. Can't wait for everybody to see.
And I know that you guys are, covering a lot of relatable topics. There's some things where there's divorce, there's a virtual bar mitzvah, and I feel like a lot of kids are maybe going through things like that right now. So how are you coping with everything happening in the pandemic? And maybe do you have any advice for kids that are going to be watching the show that say, oh, maybe I could apply this to my personal life?
The main thing is just to know that they're not alone and that everybody's going through it. We're going through it. Went through it. It's crazy, and there's ups and downs of everything, whether that be just struggling to kind of stay on top of school at home. It's a really difficult thing, or wanting to see your friends and have those important moments in life that you have to do virtually, which Ava does an incredible job with the Bar Mitzvah episode and how they portray it through that. And I mean, you were talking about the divorce episode too. It's just important to know that these things are happening to other people and that they are normal and their feelings are valid and real.
Yeah, I think it's going to be a really good way to show people, like Ruthie said, that they're not alone and that everybody's going through it. And I think we've all kind of figured out our things to do to occupy ourselves during this long period of time, during quarantine. And a lot of people are still doing it. We're doing it other than set. This is basically all we do. And just find things that you love to do and find ways to improve yourself and to make yourself happy. Just really take care of yourself.
One of the storylines that I can really relate to is the one about, you know, young Max is the shortest kid in his class, and he tries to make himself look taller to fit in.
Because
And,
I'm so tall.
Yes, I'm a short person in general, so I can really relate to, you know, trying to always go like that and make yourself look just as tall as everyone else. And I feel like a lot of kids are going to be able to relate to that too.
Yeah, I say that what I do to cope with things, I kind of just, I would say meditate, but just take a moment to myself. Or talk to your parents, any loved ones that you have. Feel free to talk to them if you're having any problems. And just really just take a deep breath and just focus on yourself.
And now I know that Sydney and Olive's friendship really gets strong in this season. So maybe what's going to be happening with this dynamic of the friendship? Is there anything maybe you could tease?
They both separately go through different things, and they're there for each other when they're figuring out about themselves or unsure about themselves or just dealing with things at home. They're there for each other, and you see that, and their dynamic grows. I mean, they were already incredible friends before, but this just takes it to another level because, you know, there's people that stand by you when you're going through tough times, and Olive and Sydney have that type of friendship.
And I think it's really important for people to see what a solid relationship and friendship looks like. And honestly, I definitely learn from it and take it into my everyday life with my friendships and relationships. And it shows what best friends really look like and how they have their back no matter what, each other's backs no matter what, and how they love each other for who they are and are so loyal and there for each other whenever they need each other. And yeah, their relationship just grows stronger and deeper.
It's just such a true friendship.
Yeah.
Completely.
So now I know that you guys don't have scenes really with Ruth and Ava, but do you guys try and hang out a little bit, even though you do have to be distant?
Sure.
We hang out offset. We like doing TikToks and, you know, hanging out. Sometimes we go on the porch and we'll eat lunch together and catch up.
Sure.
It's weird because sometimes it feels like two separate shows. Even though it's one show, because we're never together, but we hang out offset together, so that's fun.
So now, what are your favorite memories together? I mean, you told us you guys like making TikToks, but is there anything else that you really, really enjoy doing?
We make so many TikToks.
So many TikToks. I mean, we should, at the end of this
Share
show,
all of our giraffes for sure.
no, seriously, we should cut a video of all the TikToks we've done. That would be hilarious. But I mean, like I said, we like doing TikToks, and a favorite memory when we first started, I mean, we were going everywhere together. We would go to restaurants, we would hang out offset.
Go bowling.
Exactly.
Bowling a lot.
Yeah.
Dave and Buster's.
Me and him, okay, so here's a funny story. After every run through, we would beg our moms to go to Dave and Buster's.
Yeah.
It was crazy.
It works sometimes. I would say half the time.
Half the time,
Yeah, half
right.
the time.
Hi, I'm Ruth Righi,
And I'm Ava Kolker.
Hey, I'm Christian J. Simon.
I'm Jackson Dollinger.
and you're watching Celeb Secrets TV.